It's 9:17 a.m. on May 31st. I slept from 3:30 a.m., 3:25 to 9:15. Less than 6 hours. Way more than how much I slept yesterday, but it still sucks. I need to have one big sleep tonight or tomorrow morning. Last night I planned to finish 2 movies last night. Obviously, I didn't. I wasn't able to do that. I was gonna watch Monkey Man, but I only ended up watching the first 20 something minutes, and I was just too tired. But it's fine. Yeah, today I'm waking up early because of the job interview thing. Yeah, which is gonna happen at 11 a.m. I'm going to meet this employer woman. I'm gonna go in completely like. Again, the job interview thing already kind of happened. In on okay, somebody's DMing me. AJ is DMing me because I think yesterday or a couple days ago he made an Instagram story saying that I'm subleasing a room or something, so I DM'd him and asked him for more details. And AJ is sending me a bunch of photos right now. So I don't know, I'm just gonna wing it, this job interview. Again, I don't. Part of me wants to not get this job, even though I love the money. But part of me wants to lose this job because it doesn't seem like a fun job to have. It kind of reminds me of the days during my stay in Hong Kong last year when I had to edit for this, edit silly videos. After the job interview, I'll come back home, I'll eat lunch, and then I'll go out again to the USC, to Soundstage to help strike the set. Apparently, right after the party, the art department decided to go to the beach. I think Rena joined them too. So Yao, Frank, and Cha and Rena went to the beach. Damn. Okay. Why do they have so much energy? To be fair, I have all the reasons to go home and sleep. I only slept for like less than 3 hours. But yeah. Yeah. I'm so tired. I'm not going to Cine Gear Expo. I think it's happening today, actually. Yeah. I can't keep coming here. This place is desolate as fuck. There are no fucking roads here. There's no fucking sidewalk. Where the fuck am I going? I give up. What the fuck is this? This job is not for me. How the fuck am I? Fuck me. Okay. That's that. I'm gonna take the bus. Yeah.
Yeah. Badminton?
Yeah, sure. Not for too late though.
There's so many rich people. Here.
No, it's gonna be fine. Who cares?
Can you pass it? Pass it. Did you understand? He didn't understand. He didn't understand?
Like work and things like that.
The fuck? It's like a liminal space. Yeah. This is so fucking cool. Oakley dokley. Time now is 1:46 a.m. in the morning. It's late. Frick. I came back home about an hour ago, took a shower, and basically did nothing afterwards. So let's talk about today. Unexpectedly, it's another long, dense, thick day where a lot happened. Um, even though Locke wrapped yesterday, today we still had to strike the set, and that felt like a post-credit scene. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about the morning first. So it was a little bit interesting. I went to the job interview, the quote unquote job interview, or just like a quick meetup. So I woke up and I slept back until 9:50 a.m. I woke up again, and then I decided to film the mini albums review. But the thing is, I totally have no enthusiasm while filming the video and while talking about the music. And I was late at the same time. I was late to the quote unquote job interview. At that point, I was already pretty much hired. So yeah, I got hired, basically. So, yay! But yay-ish, question mark, because I'm not a huge fan of this job, honestly. Um, but, yeah, I left, so I was supposed to arrive at her office at 11 a.m. I didn't leave my freaking place until 11:03, so I'm already fucking late. There was a bus I needed to catch, and that is the notorious bus 38. I missed one bus. The next bus comes in an hour, which is so fucking stupid. By the way, we're in downtown LA. We're not in some random suburban countryside place. So, yeah, so obviously that's extremely stupid, so I thought I might as well just take the metro. So I took like 10 minutes walking to the metro station, took the metro a few stops. Also, I thought her office is really nearby. I thought her office is like 5 to 6 minutes walk from my place, because she's like, oh yeah, it's near USC. No, I guess she implied that it's near USC, but she basically said it's on Jefferson Boulevard and that it shouldn't be too difficult for me to reach. So I thought, okay, it's got to be near USC. Holy balls, it's not. It's in Culver City. Also, it's not really Culver City. It's more like a little bit to the east side. No, a little bit to the, yeah, a little bit east of Culver City. So it's this very depressing post-apocalyptic industrial wasteland called West Adams. And it's like the most depressing part of LA I've ever seen. Like, it's just broken, it's just tram lines and electric lines and like factories and power plants and electric towers, and it looks so dystopian. It looks so empty and dystopian and lifeless. It would actually be amazing to shoot a short film there because it looks amazing. I took quite a few photos. But I took the metro, and the Google map is not calibrated well, so I had no idea where I'm walking. I walked and I had to walk backwards. And then another thing is, look, there's so many flies. Another thing is, like, the office is actually kind of close. You can, if roads don't exist and I can directly walk towards it, it's probably going to take me maybe 4 to 5 minutes. But holy fucking shit, it took me like 15 minutes to reach it because I had to walk along the road, but then I was right beside the metro tracks. So I need to cross the metro tracks. The office is on the other side, but I can't fucking cross it. There's no crossing. It's all fenced up. So I have to walk God knows how long, maybe 10 minutes, just to find a tiny, tiny little crossroad so that I can cross the road. And then I'm confused. And then I'm right beside this very depressing industrial power plant type place. And then I kept walking the other way again. So I did like a loop, but I had to. So I did that, and oh my god, it's like I'm beside some government military bases. It's all fenced up. It all looks like blocks of concrete, like colorless concrete. It's so terrible. Like, I wouldn't want to work there or live there. It's like this post-apocalyptic, futuristic shit that is just not it, you know. It would be really interesting if I make a short film there. I think I should make a short film there. I think it would be a very interesting thing. But yeah. Anyways. So I finally arrived at around 11:50 something. So the woman finally appears, and as expected, it's a white woman. If I had to guess an age, I'd say maybe late 40s, early 50s. I'm gonna say late 40s or mid to late 40s, because white people grow old faster. But it's the truth. Look at the data. But she took me into the office, a small door. She opened a gate for me. Small door, went through it, and it's actually quite a nice office. Pretty fancy, really clean. Looks like a triple-link apartment. It has a feeling of a triple-link apartment. It looks very newly renovated, but it is nice and clean. It's not the fanciest thing ever. You know, but it still works. So I went to her office, and it's just laced with, I didn't film her office at all because I couldn't film secretly, but I will eventually, one day. But it's a small room, but it has a giant glass window where you can see outside. And by outside, I mean within, into the building. And it's just this gigantic hall of concrete where people in helmets are moving like things. It's like so weird. And then her table, everything's white and gray. And her table and all the other tables are completely laced with slabs of like bricks and marble and limestone and all sorts of stones. And so I met her, and she basically asked me, okay, so what do you do and what are you looking for? And I did my introduction. Oh, I'm a film major, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, okay, so it's really simple. I saw your videos. I think you basically, you're able to grasp what I'm looking for. So, oh my god, my hair's so fucking annoying. You understand the task, so I think you're good. So, can we start work next week? And I'm like, yeah, sure, great, you know. But low key, given how difficult it is for me to reach this office, to be fair, bus works and bus is way easier. But then again, it's still far away. It's still at least half an hour. Also, it's like not an interesting, like, I don't know, the place just worries me. And again, the job is so stupid. So he told me that the script should be AI generated, will be AI generated. Not because we're lazy, but because if it's AI generated, it can, you know, it can generate some buzzwords for me to speak so that, it can generate buzzwords that optimize, um, optimize, um, engine optimization, optimize views, something like that's my theory, which is lame because I don't like AI and I don't encourage the use of AI. And then yeah, I'm filming reels, I'm filming TikToks, you know, cool TikToks, teenagers these days, you know. Oh God, my hair, Jesus Christ. Um, so that's one thing, and then the other thing is yeah, she asked me how much I can work, and I'm like, maybe 10 to 12 hours a week. And she's like, okay, maybe you can come 3 days, which is impossible. At least next semester, I only have 2 weekdays freed, and that is Thursday and Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all blocked. So, not sure about that. But I feel like by then I would probably have already quit. Um, and then she told me that the money situation is she's gonna give me checks. So, you know, I'm like, okay, sure. I don't know if it's illegal or not. I mean, it is kind of illegal, but I don't know if I'll get caught or not. So I guess we'll see. But I'll have those checks first, and then we'll see. Um, but yeah, and then not too long later, I left. By the time I left, it was 12. And then I decided to, not decided to, but I waited for the bus. I wanted to take the bus home. I'm not gonna walk all the way back to the fucking metro station. My fucking hair. And it took me 20 minutes to wait for the bus. The bus showed up. Took me another 25 minutes to go back home. By the time I reached home, it was already 1:05. Came back home. I didn't even change my clothes. I made myself lunch, which is noodles, vegetables, egg, some garlic shrimp. Finally finished all of it. Some chives. Ate it all up. Really nice lunch. And then immediately left. Didn't change my clothes. Left immediately. Went to USC Soundstage, and I was kind of scared that by then they're already have finished striking the set, because Yao, Frank, and Cha had already began striking the set last night since 3 p.m. and then they already did a lot of stuff since this morning. In fact, Cha like DM'd me and was like, "Where are you? I thought you were coming." And I'm like, "I'm on my way." So I finally came. Finally arrived. Okay, so this is so fucking stupid. This is one of the major reasons why I need to move. That is, bus 38 is the fucking stupidest bus of all time. It's blistering hot. I'm sweating and I'm tired. I'm sleep deprived. I don't want to walk. And walking 10 minutes is fine. But like if I have to walk to campus is like 25 minutes. On top of that, I already walked yesterday morning. I can't do it again. So I walked it first because I looked at transit app and I saw that there's not a bus coming. The entire bus route, there's only 3 bus logos on that bus route. And I thought to myself, that's impossible. You can't, this gigantic bus route, there's only 3 buses on the entire route. It's impossible. So there are probably more. I'm just not seeing it. So I walked at first, not trusting the bus system, but at some point I stopped at a bus stop where I just stood there and waited. So I stood there and waited, and I waited 20 fucking minutes. I listened to music and I waited and waited and waited. And oh my god. I have to keep looking up because if I look down, the hair will go down. But yeah, anyways, I should just let my hair go down. Fuck it. Let's block my vision. Whoa, there are 3 fucking flies here. Okay, this is another reason why I wanted to move, because there's a fucking dead body here, and it's attracting all sorts of flies. And I still can't see anything because my hair. Okay, all the flies have disappeared the moment I came here with a fucking spray. One, I spot one. Fuck! I can't see anything. I'm more like hair keeps blocking my eyes. They've all disappeared. Ain't that fucking great? I bet they're all outside. Okay, anyways, where was I? Right, the bus. So I decided to not walk and I'm just gonna wait. I don't care how long it takes, I'm just gonna wait. Wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. Usually the bus comes at around like 20. So I was guessing by 2:20 p.m. it's definitely gonna show up like around that time. I don't care how late, I don't care if it's 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late. If it reaches 2:20 p.m. at some point in the near future, it's going to show up. So I kept waiting. So after 2:20, I waited till 2:30. And I saw other people, a parent and a child, also waiting. And they're just as frustrated as me, because the bus clearly doesn't fucking exist. It evaporated out of thin air. It's a fucking ghost. It's an apparition. It doesn't exist. Fuck it. So I walked. Again, yesterday I walked, today I walk. Walked to school. I walked to school, and I arrived. So my leg is sore. I should be sitting. Let's sit. The more I stand, the more agitated I get. Also, my head doesn't need to move. I do this all the time. Ooh, look at me. I'm like a hairbrush. So fucking ugly. There's a cockroach here at some point. I think it disappeared. Oh, dead bodies everywhere, bitch. I need to move. So anyways, I walked to school, showed them went through the TSA. And then I went to Soundstage 3, and then lo and behold, it's Yao, Frank, and Cha sitting on the ground eating kava. And also a couple other people, construction workers. And I'm there, and Cha was like, apparently Cha really wanted to see me. She really was like, Enoch, where's Enoch? So I'm here and she's happy about it. It felt a little weird, because for a moment last night, I felt a little detached. But now I'm back and I'm part of the family again. So yeah, the striking is already done. The whole set is fucking gone. All the flats are torn down. It's done already. But there's the cleanup, and that's what I'm here for. So help clean up. I helped. There are these brick wall covers. They're not made of bricks. They're just, I don't know what's the material. Some kind of polystyrene, but they're like, you put them on paper and it makes them look like bricks. Those are patterns. I have to snap them in half, and then there are many small pieces of wood where I just throw them in a cart. Mostly Cha, pull the cart full of trash, and we go to the nearest trash chute, and we just dump everything. Is that a cockroach? No, I'm hallucinating. Great. So we have to dump all of those things on into the trash chutes, and all these bins. There were like 4 or 5 bins. We completely filled them up with pieces of wood, with giant pieces of styrofoam. There's this wall that I helped paint, and I helped maintain. Um, and that wall is sawed up, chopped up, and just thrown. And I was like, oh man, my wall, you know. And then there's these giant flats that needs to be rearranged, but I didn't really do much of that, thank God. And then there's a cleanup. There's so much dust and so much. I was covered with bits of polystyrene and sawdust and like concrete powder. The whole soundstage was so dusty. It was like it was foggy, and everyone was like, you know, breathing was a bit tough at some points. We filled up the whole bin, the trash bin. We had to start filling up the bin at the music complex. But yeah, at some point Diana showed up. Made me feel less bad because Diana came after me. But yeah. So that's that. And then we cleaned the floor, swept all the dust, mopped the floor, moved back all the flats from stage 2 to stage 3, which is what I did on day 1 of the set construction, except reverse. So it's crazy. It's a full circle moment. And when I went to stage 2 to look at the flats, which are originally from stage 3, I saw pieces of paper tape stuck on the walls of those flats with my handwriting on it, saying stage 3. Full circle moment, really. And it feels weird. Yesterday was a big epic ending, but today felt like a post-credit scene. So it's definitely really interesting. So we finished the whole thing, and by 7 p.m. we actually wrapped everything 100% done, completely done. Tail lights, yay, you know, all the hard work, all the labor finished. Like, I wore pretty casual clothes today. I know I have to strike the set, and I know hard labor will be involved, but I didn't know I would be covered in sawdust and styrofoam. So that's that. And like, the trash chute is so gross. A couple pieces of giant styrofoam dropped, and I have to walk into it and throw it back into the trash bin. And it was so stinky. Like, the smell made me gag. That's why I took a shower just now. And then, yeah, so afterwards, I really didn't know what to expect. I sort of knew that the art team, like Cha, Yao, and Frank, are gonna do something together. So I just wanted to tag along, because I didn't tag along last night, might as well tag along now. So the plan is, I think it was Yao who came up with the idea, but was like, oh, let's play badminton. Okay. So there was this badminton court in San Gabriel, so we went all the way there. And then Rena, the Korean woman, showed up. So she's really close with us. She's like in the friend group. And I say friend group like it's Potato Gang or Bean Gang or something, but no, it feels temporary. It's like this friend group only happened because we happen to be in the same art department, you know? But it's still a really cool thing, you know? So, yeah, anyways, they were trying to figure out where to eat in San Gabriel, and they asked me if I know any places. And I was like, well, San Gabriel's full of Hong Kongers, and, you know, we can go to a Hong Kong place to eat. And then I recommended U2 Cafe, and they all agreed, so we went. And it felt a little weird, because it was my suggestion, and it was like, oh, wait, really? Are we really actually going there? So we went there. So Cha drove me, Frank drove Yao, Rena drove there herself, and we actually ended up in San Gabriel within half an hour. And we went to U2 Cafe, and we went in and we ordered, and it felt weird because usually when I'm at San Gabriel, and by usually I mean 99.9% of the times, I'm with the church folk. So to see people from USC there is weird. So like I feel like I've created multiple worlds in LA. I have the world of the community college, right? You know, at the ends and means era. I have the world of USC. These two don't interact usually, unless Leslie shows up. And then the church folk, which is a small side thing. So I have multiple worlds, and seeing them collide is kind of weird. I also said, oh, it would be really weird if I run into someone I know. And I jinxed myself because we sat down and we ordered some stuff. I ordered for them and I said it in Cantonese, which is, again, I feel a little proud to speak Cantonese in front of Mandarin speakers. And have them enjoy it. You know, Yao was like, oh, I really want to know. I really want to hear you speak. And Frank was like, oh yeah, I know a little Cantonese. So it's really interesting. I looked over and I saw a familiar face. I saw a guy who looks a little bit like my church teacher. The nice one, the one who drives me to school to church. And I looked again. Shit, I think it's him. So I looked at him again, and I think he waved at me, or I waved first. So I walked over there just to say hi. But it's really nice. I'm glad it's not like a student from church or Jonah. Jonah's nice, but like it would be really awkward. Not really, but like a little more awkward. So I saw the church teacher, and I was like, hi. And he's having a meal with his wife, one of the pastors, and the pastor's wife. And I just explained it, but it was a very good explanation because I am always busy and I always don't go to church on Sundays because I keep going to film sets. So I told the church teacher that, oh, these are like the film crew. So this furthers the idea that I'm always busy filming. But I'm just happy that he's there. But also, it's awkward. I don't like the idea of running into people I know. It's just terrible. Especially because like I act differently in front of different friend groups, but only slightly differently. Anyways, yeah. So we ordered a bunch of stuff. Yao didn't want to eat dinner, so he ordered a bolo yao, which is pineapple bun with butter. Frank wanted a char siu steamed roll, and then we all shared, except for Yao. Yao didn't eat anything aside from that. And a milk tea, which is like a breakfast thing. We all ordered beef noodles, bean fried with wax sausage and mushroom, 3 delicacy rice. So the 3 delicacies is char siu, chicken, and roast duck. And then I also ordered a curry lamb with rice. And it's actually a lot of food. And it's actually not that expensive. Given how much we ate. I mean, it's still expensive in San Gabriel standards. But it's like, you know, it's fine. And we all had our drinks. I had lemon tea. Frank had lemon tea. Rena had lemonade. It's really interesting. See my culture being involved in this situation. And we ate, and it was really nice. Frank really enjoyed it. Frank ate a lot of food, and he really loved the curry. Me and Frank ate the most, as expected. But yeah, you know, everyone sort of liked it, and it was fun. And then at the end, we had to pay. Frank paid, and people who knew Frank's phone number zelled him, but I didn't have his number, so I asked him, what's your phone number? And he's like, no, forget about it. So once again, Frank has, and I even tried to resist. I was like, nah, you already paid for dinner last time. Like, and he's like, nah, just forget about it. And I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, I had a free dinner once again. And it was damn good dinner too. So, after that point, it was 8-ish, 8:30-ish, and we're like, what do we do now? Yao really wanted to go home, and I didn't really care. Of course I wanted to go home early. I'm not I'm the kind of guy who like needs to have like a schedule. But I'm fine at this moment. I'm fine with going around and adventuring a little bit. So it's a little too late to book a badminton court. So Frank had the idea to play snooker. So we played snooker. We went to a spot really nearby in Alhambra, and it's a Chinese spot, not really a Hong Kong spot, to play snooker. And we played it. It's my first time playing since film 32, the time Tyler had to teach me. Yeah, I've completely forgotten the rules, but given that it's my second time playing snooker, I was a little bit better at it than I had expected. But I was still shite. But Yao was like terrible at it, and Yao was so awkward. She was smiling. She kept missing the ball. Frank was the best one, and then it's Cha. Cha is surprisingly good at it. And then Rena was a little worse than me. But yeah, me, Rena, and Frank formed a team, and then Cha and Yao formed another team, and we went like, against each other, and Cha carried the team. Cha won, but I hit the ball once. But I did some very embarrassing misses a couple times. But I was able, because Rena and Yao had no idea what they're doing, it made me feel less bad. And then the second round is basically Cha and Frank just fighting each other, like 1v1. But yeah, so that happened. It was nice. Again, it felt really weird because I just knew these people from Locke. So it's like, why are we suddenly so friendly to each other and playing snooker? And why am I so comfortable? Like, I was comfortable and I was joking and smiling, and it's like, damn. And then after that, I thought we were gonna go home, but jokingly, we were like, let's go to Rena's place, which is in Pasadena. And that joke turned into reality, so we all went. And the same thing happened last night, and that is like, apparently Yao, Frank, Cha, I forgot if Rena was, I don't know if Rena was there, but like they went to the bar in K-Town, and there was no food, it was only alcohol. Thank God I didn't go. But it was really awkward. All four of them didn't say anything. It was them plus Monica plus Lenti, and they didn't interact at all, and it was extremely awkward. And at some point Shufan came and they all talked, and then at some point more people came. But after going to that bar, they were like, let's go to the beach. And Yao thought it was a joke until people started taking it seriously, one by one. So Cha was the most active one, so Cha really actually went to the beach, and Frank followed. And Frank was also drunk and was singing, apparently. And they went to the beach, and Frank tried to walk to Malibu from the Santa Monica beach. But that didn't happen, and then they all went back home at like 1 a.m. I'm glad I missed that, because I had so many better things to do last night, including eating food, And it's also surprising that they're not tired. Like, I would be tired. So anyways, today it also went pretty late, and we all went to Rena's place, which is in Pasadena. Really interesting spot, really quiet, really nice neighborhood, kind of liminal. Also, speaking of which, after we played the snooker, a bunch of Asian teenagers, they looked Vietnamese, American. They showed up and asked us, where's Dai Kuya? And I immediately knew they were talking about Daikokuya, the ramen restaurant. Yao has no idea what they're talking about, so I saved the day, and I was like, oh, Daikokuya, it's probably somewhere around here. And they're like, yeah, we checked. And I'm like, well, I actually don't know where it is. I went to Google search, and it says Unit 241, so I'm like, it's probably on the second floor. Anyways, yeah, we went to Rena's apartment. I didn't film anything there because privacy, but it was really nice. It felt like a lived-in apartment, and you can tell this is a PD's apartment because there are so many art things. Like, a lot of models, like art models, drawing, beautiful drawing, architectural drawing. We visited her bedroom for a little bit, and it's pretty well put together. Like there's a desk, there's a small TV, and a laptop, and a little corner, a cabinet corner that looks like a museum. There's like a wall full of sort of like randomly arranged posters strung together. More racks and shelves interestingly placed. It's like goddamn AFI PD, you know? And then we proceeded to sit on the couch in the living room and just talk and just have fun and chat. And we did a lot of like ice breaking activities, unironically, but also ironically, where Cha would say things like, okay, so what's your favorite color? What's your favorite number? What's your MBTI? And then what's the T? So we talked about like drama a little bit, like a little AFI drama. We talked about Isaac. So it's very funny. So last summer, I went to Isaac, the feature film. Went there for one day in LMU and then left because it was a shitty experience. As it turns out, Frank was there too. But Frank wasn't there when I was there. Frank was there a little bit later in the shoot when they were filming on the soundstage in Santa Clarita. So when we were wrapping today, Cha asked Frank, what's your most physically tiring set? And Frank said, oh, not this one, but it's a feature film called Isaac. And I was like, oh shit, I was there. And when I answered, I said, oh, it's an AFI shoot, but it's not AFI. That was the most physically tiring. Because it was so much work in so little time, and it's overnight. And then Frank's answer is also exactly the same. It's Isaac. He worked on Isaac for like 4 or 5 days consecutively. Hard labor. And apparently it was terrible. Like, the director and the DP had a fight. The director is this rich, arrogant guy who has no idea what he's doing, and the DP is pretty well known in China, pretty successful. And he's directed a couple of films that are like major blockbusters in China, one of which is called Liu Liang Di Qiu, which is a terrible film. Anyways, Isaac, what a joke. But we talked about that. I shared more ends and means tea. And then at some point, Frank was falling asleep. Again, it's so weird because I feel like I don't really know these people too well, but I'm just randomly in some Korean woman's apartment now. Okay, sure, you know. And we're throwing things around, like throwing language around. Like we speak English, but occasionally, like at some point, Cha made a phone call with Rena and Cha spoke Korean completely, but it was very not fluent, very broken Korean. That's hilarious. Anyways, Yao really wanted to leave, so we ended up leaving. At around 12-ish, 12:15-ish, we left. Cha drove me home, and at around 12:40 I arrived home, took a shower, here I am. Yeah, pretty interesting day, and apparently tomorrow Rena is going to have this art design showcase thing in UCLA, which is fun. And I was invited, but I honestly don't want to go. I already had 2 very long, busy days in the last 2 days, including today. I need some rest. I need to sleep all day. I need to go to Ralph's. I'm gonna have a rest tomorrow. So I'm not going, unfortunately. But yeah, also, one more thing is Yao. So, Yao is, I wouldn't say she's interesting, but she's, like, how do I describe her? So again, the first time I met her and, like, the next few times I meet her, it's like, she is a gorgeous woman. Like, objectively speaking, she's just, like, beautiful. She's elegant, and her body is like slim, like she has the body of a model, and she seems secretive at times, as in like she speaks slowly and she smiles, but she doesn't seem like a very confessional, honest person. It's like, ooh, she has something going on in her life. A little bit earlier today, during their lunch, when I just arrived, we were talking about sexuality. Cha randomly asked, "Are you gay?" Which is, ooh, ends in means flashbacks. And I confidently said, "I'm straight." And then Frank's straight, and Ya was like, "Oh, guess." And I was like, "Bisexual?" She's like, "No, I'm gay." So she's lesbian. Which I couldn't tell, but normally I can't tell at all. Like, I don't have a gaydar. Okay? I don't. But it's really interesting because during dinner at the U2 cafe, Ya revealed that the main actor for the short film that we just worked on, Locke, is hitting on her, texted her, asked her if she's single, and she said yes. And he's like, "Oh, so, you know, you know." And Ya was like, "Oh, I had an ex-girlfriend." And that basically revealed that Yao is lesbian and is not into men at all. 100%. And the main actor was like, "Oh, because you were really beautiful. You were really pretty. And I wanted to ask you out." And it's so fucking awkward. Perverted men. Actually, would I call this behavior perverted? Asking a woman out is actually really normal. But it's just that, oh my god, my nose. All the sawdust and all the concrete I inhaled today. Like, nice men who don't seem like sexual, or like sexually charged, sometimes, are sexually charged, and you don't know until a girl tells you. You know, it's kind of like Simon. When Leslie told me Simon did this and did that, I'm like, Simon? No way. So, some men are like that. But yeah, made me feel even more proud. I don't know why, but like knowing that Yao is lesbian made me feel more comfortable being around her because she sees me as just a friend. I mean, of course she sees me as just a friend. Like, who the fuck do I think I am, you know? But it's just, I don't know. It just made me feel more comfortable around her. And also, knowing Yao more today and seeing how she laughs and seeing how she jokes around and react to things and say things, it's like, turns out she's actually kind of simple. Her mannerisms remind me of Olivia, you know, back in the secondary school days. The reason why Yao seems a little secretive is because she's just really introverted and she's just not used to expressing herself. But yeah, and it also makes me feel really somewhat good that Yao is probably one of those people who like a lot of people secretly have crush on, and she stalked me. Like, she followed me on Instagram first before I even followed her, and now I'm kind of friends with her. So it's, you know, I got credit. I got street cred. I mean, she's a pretty, you know, successful PD, you know, within USC and also maybe outside. So I got some street cred on me. But yeah, anyways, Cha also like talked to me about like her roommate situation and casually mentioned that she was in a relationship, you know, and how she had 2 apartments at the same time, and one of the apartments had like a sexual offender living in it, and it's really fucking scary. Anyways, long story short, right? I need to move. AJ, who is this white guy I met in Cam's Fest, who is super liberal, by the way. I spoke with him because Rachel sent an Instagram story to me, and it's AJ's Instagram story, and it's about him renting out a room. So I DM'd him and we talked a little bit since last night and today about the room. It's really cheap, $900, a little bit closer to campus, which is not bad. But and I asked about the amenities. Apparently there's in-unit washer and dryer, which is fucking hip hip hooray. But the bad thing is shared bathroom. But we're gonna schedule a tour, and I'm gonna visit the place. It's likely that I won't choose it just because of the private bathroom, but the in-unit washer dryer thing is really attractive. But anyways, I need to tomorrow and in the next few days, I'm going to full force try my best to look for apartments. So that's the plan. Alright, time now is 1:49 p.m. on June 1st. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to June. Woo! So, I slept from 4:30. Yes, kind of late. Actually, 4:20. I went to bed at 4, but I tired myself out by using my phone until 4:20. So technically, I went to bed at 4. And slept all the way till 1 p.m. And I woke up a couple times in the middle, but overall it was an amazing sleep. It was amazing. It was sweet. It was thick. It was a really, really nice sleep. It's fantastic, really. So, today, I had a couple of dreams. One dream was I was chosen to be DP for a short film or something, and I was really anxious about it. And then a lot of things happened, but I already forgot. But I only remember that I was chosen as DP, and there's so many things I tried to do in order to save the project, and I tried to be as proactive as possible. And then another dream I had was I saw Natalie, but somewhere far into the future, where Natalie is just a very nice girl who keeps smiling, and she found a way to attain happiness, and she was telling me how she found happiness and how, I don't know, maybe she's doing yoga lately, and it's just, I woke up from that, and there's something really depressing. I don't know why, but like after I woke up, the first feeling I thought was just sadness. I don't know why, but like the idea of Natalie being happy and finding peace in the future just feels like it feels sad in the sense that the way time is moving and the way people are changing and growing feels like we are like at the end of the world. I don't know, there's something deeply melancholic about that. And also, partially, it's because I had so much fun in the last couple of days with the art team, Yao, Cha, and Frank, and perhaps Rena as well. Usually, I don't know why, and I hate this. I hate this feeling, and that is like the peace after the storm, except the storm is like happy. So, it feels a bit sad to go back, or quote unquote, go back to my normal life. And I don't know. I hope I don't feel sad like this. I hope I don't feel sad this way often. Because I chose to not join them today. They're gonna go to UCLA to look at Rena's design showcase thing. I can't because I'm tired. But yeah. So today it's gonna be home mostly and Ralph's. I'm gonna just go back to the basics. I'm gonna edit reviews. I'm going to watch movies. I'm going to edit college update video and Film 33 documentary and my own short film. It's already June. Come on. I'm gonna work on finding a new place to live in. I'm gonna work on writing my script for my short film and work on finding my cast and crew for my short film, etc., etc. And that's basically it for today. And I don't know what to do for tomorrow either. But last night, Justin, the Singaporean guy, at 4 a.m., thank God I didn't fall asleep. 4 a.m., he texted me and was like, yo, we gotta go at this time. And it's Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. at Century City. Which is fine. It's super late, but regardless, I'll take a Lyft or an Uber home after Century City. Anyways, so might as well. So yeah, and Mad Max Furiosa. So they already bought the tickets. They didn't even tell me. So I'm like, oh god. So I immediately bought the tickets. Yeah, and it's $27 fucking dollars. Somehow it's even more expensive than Dune Part 2 on IMAX and more expensive than Oppenheimer, which was $25. It's so fucking crazy. That's probably the most expensive movie ticket I've ever purchased. Mad Max Furiosa. It's so silly. Yeah, but it's fine considering how many free meals I got in the last few days. And considering church teacher just texted me. I don't know, considering how much money I saved, I don't know how, but I've definitely saved some money. I'm fine with spending just a little bit, just a little more on Mad Max Furiosa and taking an Uber home, which is probably going to be just as costly. $50 for a film, that's how much I love cinema. But yeah, and then on Wednesday I'm still going to go to the gym with Glenn. But the thing is, turns out, you can't go to the gym in the summer because I didn't take any summer classes. So I need to buy a summer pass, and that's $55. I thought, okay, well, fuck, plan ruined, plan screwed, like yeah, everything is ruined, and I guess I'm not going to the gym in the summer. I guess that's it. But I may actually I spoke with my mom, and my mom's like, actually it's not that bad. Actually, $55 is not that expensive. It's still expensive, but not that expensive. So maybe I'll still buy it. So just so that I can work out, make myself healthier, talk to Glenn, socialize with him, have him introduce me more Hong Kongers, and hopefully it's worth it. So I think I'm gonna actually buy the summer pass. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Fuck, I don't know. I'm gonna eat peanut butter toast. This morning, and then for lunch, I think I'll have the wrap, the chicken thigh guacamole wrap. For dinner, I'll have the pork belly with rice, cabbage, and mushroom fried with garlic. That's the plan. Honestly, I don't really need to buy that many new food because I have plenty of food still. But yeah, I don't know. There's still something a little bit depressing about something. I don't know what it is, but what am I looking forward to next? After Locke. So it's strange because rounds 1 to 3 have been building up to Film 33. Film 33 is sort of the climax. For the first 3 rounds, every social interaction, every gain, almost, was building up towards Film 33. And once Film 33 ended, I didn't really feel like I had a purpose in this life. It feels like that. Of course I do have a purpose. Now on to round 4, things are different. I am more sober of a person, and I'm in USC, but it's not really building up to anything. It's not like my path is building up to something, like a CTPR 480 or something. I'm not, because I'm not in film production. But I don't know. It's just, then what am I here for? What's the game plan now? maybe if I want to find some purpose in life, it's not just the classes and the events, but also the people, you know. But I don't know. I really, really, really want to fall in love with someone so that I could at least be interested in something and have some sort of motivation to get me through day to day. The same way I was in love with Leslie. In retrospect, now that I'm thinking about Leslie, I do think that falling in love with her is stupid. She's still like an attractive person, but like, let's be honest here. She's already really toxic in real life. I don't know. But yeah, I really wish that I could secretly like someone because I miss that feeling. It does feel a little bit like a roller coaster ride, but I do really miss the feeling of being in love with someone. I think it's a really cool feeling because it gives you adrenaline and dopamine every time you see that person, and it's so fun to like run into that person and like think about the things you would do with that person in the future, and there's something so thrilling and you know, engrossing about that. I don't know. Anyways, anyways, it's okay that I'm not in love with anyone, but it does feel a little bit hilarious that I've already come to a point where I've matured, where I realize that love is not important, not as important, and I now understand a little bit about relationships and, you know, life and how people work. And that said, I haven't dated anyone. A lot of people date when they're immature, and that, I guess, is a roller coaster ride of an experience. When I was immature, it was either Mary or Leslie. When I was a little bit more mature, those were also roller coaster rides. But yeah, I don't know. I want to be in love with someone. It's a huge sacrifice to make, though, because so much of my mental health will be destroyed. Also, I'm hungry. I don't know. I still think it has to be a Hong Konger. Like, for some reason, Chinese, I can be friends with a Chinese person, but it's bound to have a little linguistic barrier. I need to stick with Hong Konger for real. But even so, USC has a complete lack of Hong Kongers. Like, I asked Rena, are there any Hong Kongers in AFI? Because Rena talked about how he has Hong Konger friends, but she's like, no. She only knows a couple Hong Kongers in Pasadena Art Center. So, even so, Hong Kongers are still few and far between in the land of LA. You know, every film program probably only has 2 to 3 Hong Kongers. Yeah. I doubt there are any Hong Kongers in SCA film production. In CAMS, it's just me and Rachel, I believe. I don't know. Unless next semester proves me wrong. Okay, time now is 8:41 p.m. My hair. So, yeah, NIHT. But that's good because the last few days have been again a little exciting, a little eventful. It's good to have a day off. A day just to myself. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna have dinner now. Bye. I don't know. I'm gonna call my mom later. I'm gonna talk about housing a little bit. It's so difficult because the thing is, like, not every apartment is going to have a bed frame and a closet and a chair and a desk already in place. Like, I really wish there would be. I don't want to sleep on the floor, and a new washer and dryer and private bathroom. Somehow Tripling has negative reviews despite having all these things. So I don't know. It's a nightmare. It truly is a nightmare. And then moving. Also, I gotta sell my bike. I realize that moving this bike from to the next apartment is gonna be a pain, especially if the next apartment is like a second floor or like, not on the ground floor. Then where the hell do I put my bike? I don't even need my bike anymore if I live so close to campus. The whole reason I got that bike is because I thought I would be living in Culver City or something, and I would bike to school, which is unrealistic, by the way. If taking a metro from Culver City to school takes like half an hour, then biking to school probably takes around 2 hours anyways. So that's unrealistic. That's silly. I think I might as well just sell that bike. So that's one thing. Yeah. So again, I'm not sure if I'll be joining any more film sets or partaking in any more big events in June. I'm just gonna be chill for the most part. I believe that, yeah, I'll be going to Seattle mid-June anyways. I'll be seeing my parents in like a couple weeks, which is fucking great. Also my brother, who I haven't seen in 1.5 friggin' years, which is kind of ridiculous. But yeah. I don't know. I truly don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a text from Gateway, the apartment company, texting me about tomorrow's tour. I totally forgot about this, but I booked a tour to tour the apartment tomorrow. And the thing is, shut the fuck up. Okay. It opens a small fucking window every time I get a notification. I try to swipe it, but the phone thinks I'm pressing on it. It opens a small window in the middle of my screen. It's so annoying. I don't like that. But yeah, Gateway apartment tour. The thing is, like, chances are I'm not gonna enjoy Gateway at all, because from what it seems, it's like a big apartment complex with a lot of issues, a lot of partying sounds, relocations, and community laundry. That's a huge turnoff, and it's also far away from Ralph's, and even farther from H Mart. Not great, but I'll probably go and take a look anyways, who cares. But my hunt for better housing will continue from here on out. Yeah, I went to Ralph's today, bought a bunch of shit. It's great that I got to enjoy free meals in the last few days, because I'm spending way less money on food. So again, feels good to save money, but yeah. What else? Yeah, so yeah, I don't know, I just feel like I should call people and text people. I still haven't called Cedric. It's been 3 weeks since the end of the semester, and I still haven't called him up, and Also, I just remembered, I still haven't checked my score for my classes, but I don't know if all the classes are like taken down from Blackboard already. Let me check real quick. But yeah, I want to call Cedric. I want to talk to more Hong Kongers. I want to talk to more Hong Kongers. I want to meet more people. Oh, they're still up. That's interesting. Okay. Let's see what grade I got. Hold on. Grade reveal. Huh? Okay. Still not revealed. Still the same. Okay. That's hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to meet more people. I want to meet more Hong Kongers. My dumbass thought Rocky was a Hong Konger, but obviously he's not. Everyone's Chinese. I don't know why. And also, part of me feels a little weird because Frank Yao and Cha was like a great sudden friendship. But the thing is, like, Yao is graduating soon, I think. Frank is already graduated. Cha isn't even USC. The thing is, like, what are the chances that I'll be on the same set with them again, you know? So, I don't know. If destiny allows, so be it. But from here on out, I'm gonna be a drifter again. Drifting from set to set, from friend group to friend group. And somewhere along the line, once in a blue moon, I run into them again. God damn. God fucking damn. Yeah, I went to Ralph's, right. I was gonna take a bus there, but of course bus 38 doesn't fucking exist. So I decided to take a lift there. It's a free lift. It's after 6 p.m. Took a free lift back, got a bunch of food. Happy. And that's pretty much it. There isn't really a lot to talk about aside from that. Signing off. Culture Detective. Up in this motherfucker. I was doing some drawing practice and then suddenly, boom, love this apartment.